Okay, so today our target is to build our first application, which looks like this application. So here there are 3 buttons and 1 text field. If I will click A, so the A appeared in the screen. If I will click B, B appeared in the screen. Clear will delete everything from the screen. Okay, so this is the application what we need to build. Okay, so the first what I gonna do here, like I will create a new application. So file, new project, and here will be my first application. Okay, click next. Okay, so here we need to choose the proper Android. I want to use Android 5.1 because this is the current version for my mobile phone. So here we can see, so the current version of my Android is 5.1.1, so that's why we need to choose the proper Android version. Okay, so once we choose the Android version, so let's try next. Choose the blank application. Next. Okay, so here don't touch anything, just build our first application. Okay, now we can see it's actually creating the new application. So the name is my first app. So inside we can see the simple like hello world. So the hello world is displayed here as the string component, hello world. So this component is the text view. So here we can see like there are many different items what we can insert to our application. So this is our text view, plain text view. The same appeared here. So and up to us we can like modify, change anything here. Now what to do next? The first of all, like let's try to change this certain hello world to something else. So what we can do, we can just simply modify everything here to like hello, and we can see those hello appeared in our screen. Okay, it's not too much important. The first what we really need to do is to check does this application works or not. So that's why we will launch it. So here we can see like it is automatically going to my mobile phone. Okay. Okay, now we can see it's appeared in the mobile phone, my first app, and it displays the word hello. Okay, now let's try okay, our goal today is to build this simple application. So here should be the text field and 3 buttons. Okay, now how to make this design in our application? So remember, this is the text view. We can keep using this text view, it actually doesn't really matter, but let's try another one. Let's use the plain text instead of, so we will delete our text view and we will add edit text component. Okay, so here content pattern. So the full pattern means that I will occupy the complete screen. See that it's occupied the whole line. So that's why like we can do the same. Just place that all, occupy the whole line by placing the full pattern. So we can wrap based on the content what is inside, or we can match that pattern. But in our case, just let's full the pattern, just make the whole line. Okay, now next what we can change here is our ID. Okay, so remember, like next, as long as some text will appear here, we need to use the proper name for our text field. Okay, let's use the name my text here. So see, it's modified and became the my text. So later we will use this name in order to like properly connect our text field with our application. So okay, that's all. So as default, there is no text in our text field. Now let's place the button. So you see that there are 3 buttons in our application. So that's why let's place the button. Yeah, this is the button. Button 1. Okay, and let's like modify this button. Okay, see that in the button has the name, ID, button, and the text written inside of this button, new button. Okay, so the first what we will do is change the button ID. So let's make a proper name. See that the button is clear, so it will remove everything from our text field. So that's why I will use the name button clear. So see, it became button clear as the button ID. Now the text. So this is the text which is written in our button. I will simply write clear. Okay, see, now it became same as here. Okay, and one important part what we really need to add here is that special action what should happen here when we will click our button clear. And it's called the on-click property. See, the on-click property here. As long as we are going to use this button in order to clean the text inside of our text field, so we will need to create the on-click property. The on-click property, I will name it as the click clear. So the name, it's just name, can be anything here. Click clear. Okay, done. Now there are 2 more buttons, so that's why like we will simply add those 2 more buttons. So this button is okay, button, okay, let's call it button A. Okay, on click property click A, and text inside will be A. Okay, done. And the last button okay, so here text will be B, on click property click B, and button ID will be the button B. Okay, so the on click property click B. Okay, so check that the click on click property should be in for the each button. So here click B, so So here should be the click A, and for the clear button it should be a click clear. Okay, now it's finished. So now let's try to launch our application in order to see that we didn't make any mistakes and it is basically works. Okay, so it works. So those buttons, they doesn't work at all now. Why? Because we didn't program them yet. So that's what we really need to do here. Now we need to go to the main activity part. Okay, this is the all code associated with our application. So the first, what we really need to do here in the onCreate class, build one more object. Basically we need the object for this certain text field. Okay, so remember that text, what we use is the edit text type. Okay, so that's why here the first what we need to do, okay, edit text, and let's call it text. Okay, so I'm going to create an object of the class edit text and place that object here. So text equal edit text, find view by ID. So here R ID. Okay, so in here we can see if we will make everything here properly, there are all object what I create for my application. So the my text is the name of my text field, button clear is the button clear, button A and B is those two buttons. So basically I need my text. Okay, so now, so the object text what I am using here is connected to my object my text, the text field my text, what is here. So what we are doing next, now we need to create the button component. Remember here when we build the buttons, so we use those click property. So now we need to code those on click properties. How we are doing this? We are creating the class public void and like the first I want to code click A. View. Okay, so what will be inside? The text now will be associated with those text line what we have here. So that's why I will write text. Now we do have the text component here, and this is associated with my text. Dot set text. Okay, and what text I want to set? As long as when I will click A, so the A should appear in my screen. Okay, so that's why we are writing this A here. Now if I will launch my application, okay, you can see this. So if I will click A, so the A appeared here. If I will click A again, nothing changed, because this A is just here to display that one single character. So see here, we're just displaying the one single A when I will click the button A. So now let's do the same for the click B. So here we should display B, and click clear. So if I will click clear, so I have to display nothing. So it's same as erase everything from our text component. Okay, and now let's try. Okay, see what's happened. If I will click A appeared here. If I will click B appeared here. So it doesn't matter what I click, so the correct character appeared. Clear will delete everything from our screen. So basically it is working. Okay, this is the first app what we basically built in our class. Try to repeat all of that steps one by one and make exactly the same application on your mobile phone. That's all.